the Professor of Practice, the diploma program offered by the ISME in partnership with the ISTD, Indian Society for Training and Development, has come up in a very, very interesting way. It has got the inputs from the academia, inputs from the industry, and also from the policy makers. For a long time, the POP, the concept was not there in India. It was there elsewhere. It was there in Europe, it was there in the East, everywhere it was there in US and all. It has come to India at the right time, I would say, though it is little late. I would say never is too late to start something good and new. In the new education policy of India, they have created provision for Professor of Practice. Now, what is this Professor of Practice as different from the regular professors from the academic field? Academic professors are great scholars. They have a lot of research done, they have a lot of learning from the theory and also added knowledge. Now, this theory has to be dynamic. The learning content for any student to be relevant today in the context has to be dynamic. It has to be up to date. The professors, I do not call them professors even before they become one, but the industry experts or the entrepreneurs, they have got huge experience in business, in industry, in manufacturing, in operations, in technology, in research and development. They have huge experience. That experience, if it is brought to enrich the content of an academic program, becomes more realistic and more relevant. Otherwise, it becomes history. It is good to study history as long as you have intent to study history, but if you want to study current technology, management, the futurology, etc., you have got to be up to date every hour and every day. In the industry, there are a lot of changes taking place. Technology is changing at a very rapid pace. We learn engineering in the college because there is a fixed curriculum, but when we go to the industry, and if the industry, the level of technology that is adopted there, if there is a gap, then the student having studied for 4 years of engineering and then also his PG and kind of things, and he goes to industry finds it, okay, your learning is not enough, what you have something, what our need is something different. So, if industry people only come to the academic side and then say, okay, start teaching the basic framework that they have as a curriculum, bring value from their practical experience and what is today needed in the industry. Now, this is possible through this concept of Professor of Practice, that is the industry people having huge experience coming to the classroom and teaching it, but for them again they are storyteller, they got wonderful experience, but when they come to the class, they spend good amount of time talking to the students, narrating their story, how it is helpful, etc. But then from the student's perspective, what is the learning outcomes? So, it is important for them to also bring you to the academic framework. This framework would include curriculum design is not one time effort, it is continuous again. It has to be updated from time to time. So, that new knowledge what they bring should get into the curriculum, the content side of it. At the same time, these experts from industry should also understand the learnability of the students. That means the student, the teacher-student relationship, learning, teaching, function as such, how to make it more effective, that is also important. To understand the learner's psychology, his capability for learning is also important. So, otherwise we simply deliver what we have and then go, but whether student has understood or not is also, that is again an art. It is a science, it is a profession. So, we need to bring that entire knowledge delivery into a framework, convert that into a curriculum, then see that what is the learning outcomes, we got to relate it. So, there is the content update happening from industry in the academic field, so that it becomes relevant. Secondly, for a teacher, the pedagogical adoption is very, very important. So, the industry people also should know what does it mean by pedagogy or andragogy, understand that and then bring that teaching content into the framework. Also, assessment of the students. After delivering a lecture, then you got to know how much student has learned. So, the assessment becomes very, very important. They need to understand the process of assessment, how to conduct an examination, how to set a paper, how to set even a test for that matter, how to set a practical exam kind of things, they need to learn in that framework. That also they need to learn. And the third thing is about the administration. Academic administration is equally important to know whether what you have delivered is relevant and it is documented properly. So, there has got to be reference points. So, they will learn about administration, documentation, and the fourth thing is about the accreditation. Any institution goes either for the program or for the institution itself goes for accreditation of something like NBA for the program accreditation, National Board of Accreditation, or NAAC for the institutional accreditation, or NIRF the ranking framework, etc., or international ranking also like the South Asia SACS or ASCSB and kind of things internationally. There are a lot of things, but for that again documentation is very important, and whether we are following the right processes, right tools are being used, right techniques are adopted, all this becomes very important. So, everything is a data point there, metrics are important to know. So, this person who comes with industry experience gets oriented to the whole set of academic environment, right from course design, course delivery, course approvals, course management, course accreditation, then student learning, teacher student relationship. Again, relationship is very important. There is a lot of psychology involved for a teacher to get connected to the students, very important. They are learners. Maybe as industry professional you would have dealt with very senior professionals, but here they are learning minds. They are very I would say influenceable. You have got to influence them the right way, and the knowledge has to pass on. So, in this whole setup in the ecosystem you will find a program like the Professor of Practice that has been designed and offered here is found very valuable. For the first time, I might say first time in the country, if I am not wrong, has been designed by the ISTD with the support of ISME. ISME has been a great supporter and a great campus, and all the faculty who come in, again they come from both academia and from the industry. Every single module that has been developed and delivered in this program has been greatly appreciated by the cohort that who have gone through this program. So, that we find, but then every course is a learning experience for the next one. So, this patch has given us very valuable feedback, and that feedback is going to be inculcated into the next program. It is going to be even better. Maybe in terms of the number of hours, we might have to increase the number of hours, because a lot more that we can do depends on, we possibly will make it more modular, that you take this module, you want little more or less, you can do. Eventually what we have also found as an experience is that our own students, whom I call the scholars, have taken sessions, and these sessions have been wonderful. So, this is what I say the taste is in the pudding. I mean, end of the day you have to taste it to see whether it is good or bad. So, this is what we have tested, we have tasted, the feedback has been very positive. We are open to improvement, we are open to some more adoption of the technology and the tools here, because today AI is playing a very big role. The it's very important that we also adopt technology here. We are going to do the generative AI to other agentic AI and all these things, we are going to use it. Tools, technology, adoption in the teaching and the development of the program is also we are going to do it.